You hatch. Congratulations, you're wet, sticky, and the size of a bottle cap. Your shell is soft, your legs are wobbly, but you have a goal to crawl to the water before you're gobbled up. And then you peek out of the sand and there's hell. Seagulls are circling in the sky, crabs are crawling from the rocks, lizards are rubbing their paws in anticipation. You're among hundreds of others, all rushing toward the water like marathon runners at a meat fair. On the left, click, a seagull has carried off a brother. On the right, a crab is pulling a sister. You dart to the side, almost get caught in the lizard's claws, make a dash, and there it is. Wet, cool, smells of life. The ocean. But don't relax. You think it's all over now? Ha! Welcome to open water, the next chapter where you officially become food with fins. You're in the water. Hooray? Don't be too quick to rejoice. Now you're a pancake with eyes and an open soup, where the cooks are sharks, tunas, barracudas, and other lovers of turtle snacks. You have no teeth, no armor, no plan, just instinct. Swim, hide, survive. You hide in the seaweed patches like a scumbag at the bottom of a salad, eating everything in sight. Larvae, plankton, the occasional piece of jellyfish. Once you almost ate a piece of a bag. Don't do that again. You are tossed about by the waves like a forgotten tea bag. Sometimes it feels like you are swimming forward, but it is an illusion. You are simply carried along by the current. At night, it is even worse. It is dark, cold, and anything can fall from above, from fishing gear to a plastic slipper. Yes, the great life of a sea turtle begins with pants full of fear. And yet, you hold on. Because somewhere inside you, the future is already waking up. A quiet, stubborn, I will survive, even if for now you are just a drifting breakfast. Months have passed. You're still small, but not entirely helpless. Your shell has hardened, your jaws have learned to snap, and now you're not just a floating breakfast. You're a breakfast with teeth. Well, almost. Your diet still consists of whatever, but you can now hunt for yourself. Baby shrimp? Yes. Larvae? Sure. Jellyfish? Why not, if you're lucky enough not to get stung. You learn the laws of the ocean. If you see something big and fast, hide. If you hear a strange click, swim away. If you see a shadow above you, it's too late. Sharks, dolphins, barracudas, every day you live by the motto, not today, death. But you adapt. You've become quieter, more cunning, more resilient. You hide in corals, freeze in the shadows, practice the art of pretending to be a stone. And although you still look like a tasty souvenir, now you have a bonus, a shell. And that's something. Soon you will feel the call of the currents. Time passes and you grow up. No longer a baby with shaky paws, but a confident teenager, the size of a football, with a hard shell and a stronger character. And then one day you feel a strange movement, somewhere deep inside at the level of ancient Wi-Fi. It is not hunger or fear, it is migration. The current calls and you swim. For weeks, you're carried across half the ocean. You don't know where exactly or why, but something inside says, go. You're not alone. Hundreds of others like you are swimming alongside you, but this isn't a party. This is a big turtle's journey. Your fins ache, storms test your strength, ships and garbage islands rush past and you row, because that's how it has to be. You are not a hero. You are just a turtle following an ancient route passed down through generations. You have become part of something bigger, the great slow but stubborn life of the ocean. An adult life awaits you ahead, and now you're an adult. Congratulations. You're now officially heavy, armored, and no longer fit into the mouths of most sea predators. Your shell is like a tank turret. Your muscles are filled with strength. Your gaze has become thoughtful and marine. You're no longer a victim. You're a factor. The ocean is no longer just an environment for you, but a territory. You choose areas with good food and warm currents, and you drive away other males with a single glance. But it's not that simple. The main enemy is no longer a shark, but a person. Nets, hooks, plastic, boats. All of this has become your new minefields. You survive because you know when to dive, when to freeze, and when to just stay out of the way if you smell gasoline. Your diet is now solid. Jellyfish, crabs, fish, squid, sometimes even carrion. Not a delicacy, but filling. But one day, you smell something ancient. Soft sand, warm wind, moon over the water. Yes, it's time for turtle love. Without poetry, but with a mission. You return. The same beach where you once hatched in panic to the cries of seagulls calls you back. Decades have passed, but you still remember everything. Or rather, your ancient turtle GPS remembers. You emerge at night, breathing heavily, as if you had crawled out of a dungeon. The shore is quiet. Well, almost. In the water, other adults are already circling behind you. It's breeding season, and the atmosphere here is like at a turtle party. Everyone is slow, but the goals are specific. The males chase each other, crash, drown, lock shells like armored cars in a parking lot without brakes. You participate because you have to. You win. You grab the female's attention. You spin into a whirlpool of turtle passion. Everything happens, how can I say it, effectively, without candles and serenades. A couple of circles, and done. After that, you don't linger. Things are waiting. But if you're a female, now everything is just beginning. A whole battalion of future shells is maturing inside you, and they will soon need a home. That is, a nest. It's time to build. You are a female. There are dozens of eggs inside you, and you feel it's time. In the dark, warm night, you slowly, heavily crawl out onto the shore. Every movement is like trying to pull a wardrobe through the sand. There are waves behind you, dunes ahead, and everything creaks under your belly. You choose a place, higher up, away from the water where the sand is dry and warm, and you start digging, with your hind legs, slowly, stubbornly, like a digger with no back. The hole is ready. You freeze and start laying, one after another, up to 50 eggs, round and soft, like balls of dough. This is your future army, or a snack for monitor lizards, whoever gets there first. You bury the nest as best you can. You compact the sand, without fanaticism, but with responsibility, and without turning around, you crawl back to the sea. That's it. The job is done. From here, the children will walk on their own, if they're lucky. Now, into the water. The shell has cooled, the wind has risen, and ahead is the current again, and many more years of life. With each exhalation, you move away from the shore, and the eggs remain, like a pledged hope. Decades have passed. You are old, slow, and impressively massive. Your shell is scarred, your neck is marked with the furrows of time, but your gaze is still the same, ancient and calm, like the ocean itself. You are already over 80, and you are still swimming. Slowly, confidently, like a living relic of the eras when people still ran with sticks. You don't hunt anymore, you gather. Leftovers, dead fish, forgotten shellfish. The perfect diet for those who know to conserve their strength. Once you won battles, migrated across the seas, left behind offspring. Now you live more quietly. You sail along familiar shores like an old patrol ship on duty. Sometimes young ones swim up to you. They look at you, not believing that you are still there. Sometimes people notice you and are surprised. They call you ancient, legend, witness of time. You don't tell them anything. You just disappear under the water where there is no noise and no rush. Your life is not about speed, it's about endurance, and you lived it.